Hey guys, I'm sorry for being inactive for the last several weeks. I've had to deal with financial issues, and so I decided that I can't do reaction videos since the new episode's coming on tonight, but also the Emmys are coming up. So I think I'm going to watch Fear the Walking Dead afterwards. I'm just going to do a quick recap of episodes 9 and 10, Minotaur and the Diviner, and for season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead. So basically, Walker and the other Native Americans arrive at the ranch. Um, during the meeting, like Walker says, he's no longer holding a grudge since Jeremiah since I think Otto or Jeremiah I think Jeremiah is the one who's dead. So basically, I think it was I'm trying to think if it was Jeremiah. Basically, Troy and Jake's dad is dead. He was secretly killed by Nick, and then Madison decapitated him. But then one of the residents is still holding a grudge because he thinks the Native Americans killed a woman named Gretchen. So he attacks. So he attacks one of the Native Americans, and so he gets put in a chokehold, which leads him to later die off screen of his injuries, crushed throat. And now Walker decides that in order to keep the peace, the ranch has to hand over the keys to their arsenal just so they can protect themselves. Troy's not having it, so he convinces Nick. Has a reluctant Nick, shacked up in his dad's home, like in this huge firefight with Walker and his group, until Nick confesses that he's the one who killed his dad. And so Troy decides to surrender, and as punishment for their actions, Nick has to be imprisoned in an outhouse for several hours, even though he's given rations of water. And Troy is being exiled from the ranch. And while being exiled in the back of a truck, Troy kills a man, and he gets into a fight with Madison. But she pulls a gun on him and convinces him to leave, even though I kind of wanted Madison to just kind of shoot the guy because he's just unstable. He's weird, has this weird Oedipus complex, and I just, couldn't get past his actions in the season 3 premiere, so it just kind of felt like an unsympathetic character to me, or at least not sympathetic enough that I didn't want, that I wanted Madison to shoot him. And then, Dan Salazar is still at the dam with Lola and a friend, trying to distribute water to the people there, but it gets hot. People get hostile over there, and we're trying to get it becomes like a free for all of who gets the water, and so the three of them are forced to just jumping into the truck and then driving off. And Madison realized they only have 6 weeks of water left, so Madison and Walker go off to find more water. Nick's eventually let out, and Alicia is saying that, well, I'm glad I don't have to fight to be the favorite. After learning what Nick did, because it's we both try to earn Madison's love, but she's broken, considering you just found out in earlier episodes that Madison had killed her dad in the past. But Madison and Walker, they go to a nearby arena and they reunite with Strand, who is there because, he naturally does. He got himself into some deep shit and has to pay off a debt. Surprise, surprise. Madison's eventually able to get him out and keep him from having to fight to the death against walkers, and they decide they have to go to the dam that Strand was previously at, and which Daniel was previously at, to go and get get more water instead of just having enough to last for a summer. So, but then Nick has to deal with this issue about a group of residents who want to rebel against the Walker's Nation, and he's hesitant to even lead it, but his tensions are starting to mount since the community flies into revolt, and when they found out they only have 6 weeks of water left and everybody's fighting over it, and basically the peace between the two groups in a nutshell just goes about as well as anybody would expect on a show like this. I thought I thought they're pretty good episodes. A little bit slow, but in places, but I'm glad the show's back. I'm looking forward to see where it's where it's going, and how, is the Nate, is the, how soon is it before we get to see like a full out war between the nation and the ranch again? That's what I'm looking forward to. So, what do you guys have been thinking of the last week's episodes? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.